Hello everyone, Jacob the Dragon here today, and as you already can tell, this is going to be somewhat of a little bit of an update on my Godzilla DVD collection as well as a remake on the other video because I made kind of like a few mistakes. One, I went out of order because of the box set here, and I forgot to show two DVDs I have, so basically I'm going to make this as good as possible. And also, this is my third take on the video, because the first time I took a little too long on the first part, and the second my mom knocked on the door and such. And now, without any more interruption and without wasting any more precious time, let's get straight to it. Okie dokie. So first off would obviously be the original 1954 Godzilla film, and there's two DVD releases here, as you can see. This right here is the 2006 Classic Media DVD, and this one right here is the 2012 Criterion Collection DVD. And first up with the 2006 Classic Media DVD, 2-disc set, and obviously has both the original version from 1954 in its Japanese language and English subtitles, as well as the American dubbed version, and it also includes a booklet inside with an essay inside called Godzilla's Footprints. You won't be able to really find this book anymore, but you can find the essay itself on the internet somewhere. I know, because I did my senior paper on Godzilla literally, so yeah, that's how I know, and after reading it I recognized it. Back to the thing. Here are what the discs look like inside. Gojira and Godzilla King of the Monsters, and if you want to see the pictures on the behind the discs, here they are, and yep, pretty good pictures. And this DVD release, the video and audio quality for both versions are decent. They are watchable, and with the original version it has yellow subtitles and such. And this one actually got re-released in 2014, but not in the way you expect. Here is the 2014 re-release with a different cover. It doesn't include the essay, a different back, with a little bit of a mistake. It says 1964 instead of 1954, and then immediately if you look at the bottom, if you could look closely, or if you have it, it says 1954. Wow. And here are the disc covers. Same DVD, but the only difference in disc is the Classic Media and Sony Music logo is replaced with the Vindy Entertainment logo. So yeah, this release does have some good bonus features in it and such. So if you want that, then go get it. But the 2012 Criterion Collection DVD, I recommend this more. I highly recommend this more. It has a lot of bonus features and such, and it has some good interviews in it. Sadly, it's not the definitive edition, but it's pretty near perfect. And there's another booklet with another essay inside, as well as the name of the scene selections and in the cast credit and such. And this essay is called Poetry After the A-Bomb. And here's what's inside of the box. As you can see, a picture of Godzilla right here, the spine and the back. And here are the cover of the discs, with disc 1 clearly containing the original Japanese version with English subtitles and with white subtitles this time, and the bottom one being, and disc 2 being Godzilla King of the Monsters, and for some reason they used a millennium picture version of Godzilla for some reason. But the one big reason why I recommend this one the most is because the Criterion Collection did such a good job remastering Godzilla, where the video quality and the audio quality is perfect. You could see every detail and you could hear every detail, mainly in the original version. They also did a really good job with the American version, so it looks as clean and sounds clean as possible. So yeah, and if you want a clearer version, then there's still the Blu-ray version, which is one disc where it has everything in it. So yes, so this one I definitely recommend more. But if you want all the bonus features thing, get both versions, even though you won't really see this one in stores anymore at all. So good luck trying to find this version, because you'll most likely find this instead for a cheaper price. And whoopsie doodles, I forgot to put the first essay back. I am not going to stop this video. I'm not doing a fourth take, because I don't want to do this over and over. Besides, my mouth gets a little dry when talking a lot. There, I finally got past the first part of the video that I kept getting stuck on. So now we can move on to the other movies or such. And next up is the first sequel of Godzilla ever made. Made in 1955, Godzilla Raids Again. Or if you want to get technical with the original title, it's Godzilla's Counterattack as it's translated here. And it's released by Classic Media. Contains both the original Japanese version with English subtitles and one of the worst English dubs you will ever hear. And also in fact, when this came out here in the US, Warner Brothers just happened to be the contributors for this movie, and they tried to make it into like as if it's a new monster movie, Gigantus the Fire Monster. Well, you can't fool us. Here's the cover of the disc, Godzilla Raids Again, and a picture of Anguirus. Also with the box set of the Godzilla collection, you'll only find like a smaller package version nowadays. And as well as these cases, these special cases are pretty much gone now. Rare, in fact. So good luck trying to find these. And next up, the first one I forgot to show. King Kong vs. Godzilla, 1962. Now this DVD, released by Universal, only contains the edited American version, which they cut out most of the original music in. Why? I don't know. And don't hate me for this, fellow Godzilla fans, but I'm not exactly a fan of this one. And after the final battle, it was definitely a tie. King Kong did not beat Godzilla. It's a tie. It's a tie. It's a tie. And don't tell me otherwise. And here's the cover of the disc. And now that I think about it, this is the only Godzilla movie ever been distributed by Universal. Here in the US, at least. And next up, Mothra vs. Godzilla, made in 1964. And this one's a pretty good one. Released by Classic Media, and I'd recommend getting this version of Mothra vs. Godzilla. Even though with the US English dub, they kind of butchered the widescreen thing a little. Well, if you look at it, you'll know what I mean by comparing it to the original Japanese version and the in other words, the video quality for the original version is decent, and the subtitles are good. So yeah, so I would recommend getting this more. And the video quality for the English dub is just slightly kind of terrible. But anyway, here's the cover of the disc, as well as another picture of Godzilla fighting Mothra. And next up, Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster. My favorite Godzilla movie that's about King Ghidorah. And also, this is the only DVD release of Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster that you can ever find. So yeah, it includes, obviously, I could just save you the trouble by just saying all of these classic video DVDs that are like this includes both the original Japanese versions with English subtitles as well as edited US dubbed versions. So I could have just said that and just saved me the trouble, but so yeah, it kind of helped dash through this faster. So here's the cover of the disc, as well as a picture of Godzilla fighting King Ghidorah. And the one where King Ghidorah is actually the main antagonist and not under any mind control of any aliens. So yeah, this is the only one where King Ghidorah is truly awesome. Truly awesome, because he's doing things under his own free will. Next up is another sequel, Invasion of Astro Monster, the first Godzilla movie to have humanoid aliens in it. And King Ghidorah, even though a kaiju is technically an alien, so Ghidorah is technically the first to include an alien, but this one's to want to include aliens. And here's the cover of the disc, as well as a picture of Godzilla, Rodan, and King Ghidorah fighting. And the video quality on both Ghidorah is decent, and Invasion of Astro Monster is actually pretty good. So, and I would recommend getting this version as well. And next up, we have Godzilla vs. the Sea Monster, aka Ebra Horror of the Deep, released by Kraken Releasing. And all of the Kraken Releasing DVDs have the international print on it, but includes the original Japanese audio with English subtitles as well as the international English dubs. So if you're hoping for the US dubs, good luck trying to find them, because you'll not find them anywhere. Here's the cover of the disc. And I do not have Son of Godzilla on DVD. So there's still at least 2 Godzilla DVDs I'm missing. But I do have Son of Godzilla on Vudu at least, so I could watch it in some way, but technically I don't have it. I prefer physical copies though. Next up, Destroy All Monsters, released by Tokyo Shock. And when you try to find this on Amazon back in 2012, you'll see that it costs like $100 for some reason. I found this at an FYE store at the mall, and it was the last one in stock, and it was for $20. So I was pretty lucky. And not only that, it includes the original Japanese print, the original Japanese audio with English subtitles, the international dub, and the US dub. So yeah, this DVD is loaded, and it has some pretty cool bonus features too, as well as an Easter egg. But however, if you tried to get it today, the re-release would only have just the Japanese version and the international dub. Plus, Toho didn't like it that it included bonus features. So basically, I have the rare version of Destroy All Monsters. Same thing happened with Godzilla vs. Megalon, but I'm not too lucky on that one. And here's the cover of the disc. Pretty good release, pretty good release. Okay, next up is All Monsters Attack, aka Godzilla's Revenge. Trust me, I don't recommend this. It's terrible. So, let's just move on. Okie dokie. Next up is Godzilla vs. Hedorah, aka Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster, and I have two DVD versions. The Kraken Releasing DVD, and here's the inside. And I also had a Korean bootleg DVD, which just happens to have the, well, it has the international English print and the international English dub, but the video quality in this one and the audio quality is a bit poor. So I'm glad I got this one. In fact, at the time when there was only the TriStar DVDs, I thought this was the only way I could watch Godzilla vs. the Smog Monster. And after I ordered this, a few hours later, I saw the Kraken releasing DVDs for pre-order. So I went ahead and got the pre-orders anyway. So yeah, so I had this for the time being and such. So yeah, so this one right here is the better DVD release. I would recommend getting this one since it has good video quality and audio quality and has both English audio and original Japanese with English subtitles, obviously. I already said that with Kraken releasing. Man, I need to go faster because my last video was like 20 minutes and I'm already at 17. So I better get a move on. Next up, Godzilla vs. Gigan, aka Godzilla on Monster Island. And here's the inside. And there you go. Next up, Godzilla vs. Megalon. And this is the version without the bonus features. Jet Jagar. Jet Jagar. Yatta Jagar. Sorry. I just had to. For some reason, Jaguar is just somehow interesting. And the second Godzilla DVD I don't have is Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. However, I do have it from the PlayStation Store. Come on, Kraken releasing. Where is Sonic Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla when we need it? We don't want to spend like $1,000 on the TriStar DVDs. Besides, those things have previews from unrelated movies. And such. But let's move on. Next up, Terror of Mechagodzilla. The last one in the Showa era. Picture of Godzilla and Mechagodzilla on the inside. And there you go. And finally, I did it in order instead of the order of the box that I did at the beginning of the original video. Ugh. So, the Showa era, and here's the classic media box set. And the version I have right here is just the first re-released version. So it's the second rarest version out there, so good luck trying to find this. And now to put this back inside the container box. As well as the Criterion Collection DVD. I kind of feel bad for the packaging it, because just being pulled in and out kind of damaged the corners a little. So I'm often trying to be careful with this, as well as the DVDs, since this is a pretty good one. I'm trying to be delicate. And sometimes it's hard to be delicate when things kept... Yeah, you know. Moving on to the Heisei era. The Return of Godzilla, aka Godzilla 1984. Released by Kraken Releasing. And this only includes the original Japanese version with its international dub. And also, unlike the other Kraken Releasing DVDs, this one actually has the original Japanese print version instead of an international print. So you could easily watch the original Japanese version with the English subtitles with this. Or if you want to, you could listen to the international English dub, which is a little crappy though, but passable at best. And no, it does not include the 1985 US version in it. And also, I have another copy which is put away, and another copy that's somewhere else, which is the Region 3 DVD from Hong Kong, which is pretty crappy quality, so I wouldn't get it. It won't work anyway, unless you have a computer that could switch regions. And another one I bought from silvergorilla.com that included the original version as well as the 1985 version, the US 1985 version, in fact. And also, I wrote this so I could be sure that this is the version I have. So yeah, this one has good video quality and good audio quality, so I would recommend getting this. In fact, this is the first time it's been released here in the US on DVD back in 2016. So yeah, you're gonna have to do a little digging if you want to find this. And next up is one of my personal favorite Godzilla movies. Godzilla vs. Biollante. And it's been released twice. First by Echo Bridge, and later re-released in 2014 by Lionsgate. I was curious of how different the 2014 re-release would be, so it's not too different, but there are a few good differences. With the cover here, you could obviously tell the first time on DVD is not on the re-release. The spines are about the same, except the Echo Bridge logo is no longer there in the Lionsgate. And the back, and the rating, and also the back of the Lionsgate one is a bit more organized and such. And now for the disc covers, and the only difference in discs for both of them is that the original 2012 release has the Echo Bridge logo, and the Lionsgate re-release just has the Lionsgate logo replacing the Echo Bridge. And here's the inside. A beautiful disc cover. So surely it also has to be in the re-release, right? Well, it has to be, because it was a good selling Godzilla DVD, and it was cheap too. Well, cheap at the time. And here's the Lionsgate one. Why? Was this one not good enough? Why? I know the Hunger Games had DVD covers on them. I know because my mom's a Hunger Games fan. So why did Lionsgate get rid of that good cover is beyond me. But I used up a lot of time, so I should really finish this video as quick as possible. After all, this is a bit of a remake and sort of update, so I better move on quick. I can't believe I kept going on for this long. Or has it been this long? I don't know. And next up is Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah and Godzilla vs. Mothra Battle for Earth. And I wish this DVD would be better for 2 reasons. And by the way, it's a double-sided disc. The one thing that bothers me, it's in full screen. Chopping the sides. If the movie was originally made in full screen, then that I could accept. But if it's made in widescreen and had the sides chopped, nah, that one's not acceptable to me. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla from 1993. I don't know why they put a 2 there, but I guess it's not to make people confused. Here's the inside. Even though it's not really a sequel to the 1974 film. Wait a minute, I grabbed the wrong DVD. Next up, Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla and Godzilla vs. Destroyer. And also double-sided. That's the end of the Heisei series, and now moving on to the Millennium series. And pretty much, if you watched the original version of my video, you'll pretty much know this stuff. So I probably shouldn't have said these things. So if you don't want to watch them, you could just watch them. So I'll just go through these. You most likely would already know about the TriStar DVDs at this point. So Godzilla 2000. Next up, Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. Next up, GMK. I'm not going to say the full title, you could just read it right here. Godzilla against the Mechagodzilla. And the only sequel in the Millennium series, Tokyo SOS. And finally, the ending of the Millennium series, Godzilla Final Wars. And now, for the other DVD I forgot to show. I have two Blu-ray versions of it, but the Blu-ray 3D one and the regular Blu-ray. and it's the 2014 American version Godzilla movie, and I mainly kept the DVD in my room. The Blu-ray is somewhere else. I don't have a Blu-ray in my room. As if you saw my other videos, I just have an HDMI DVD player and a small HD TV, and that's about it. But at least I get good DVD picture quality and audio quality out of it. And finally, the updated part of this video. The one I had to go through a half an hour in, just to have 10 minutes longer than my original version of this video. Why do I keep saying that? Because I've been through this so far, so I'm not going to remake this anymore. Here it is. It just came out today on August 1st. With its original Japanese version, both print and audio with English subtitles, as well as a newly made English dub which was not in the theaters. And of course, I'm talking about Shin Godzilla. Yep, here it is. If you know about the Blu-ray version from Japan, you'll know that the Japanese Blu-ray has a lot of bonus features, but however, sadly, there's only 2 extras from Funimation. Let's see. Godzilla vs. the Nerds interview and trailers. That's it. The 2 main problems, well, I haven't checked out the Blu-ray version yet, but I know that the DVD has it, but an unskippable advertisement, and you can't fast forward it, just like every Funimation DVD. I have a couple of Funimation DVDs, and I know that these previews that you can't skip before you get to the menu is a pain. Seriously, it's a pain. And the other problem? Lack of bonus features. But at least we get the movie finally. I've been waiting like months for this to come out on DVD. And for some reason on Amazon, the DVD version is $2 more and it has less stars. So I just made the safe decision and got the combo pack, which is the Blu-ray, DVD, and digital HD. So I already have it on Vudu. And here is the beautiful inside. The Blu-ray has the cover, and this one is another picture of Godzilla's face. And not only that, when I went to see this in the movie theater, it didn't have a rating. Nope. But now Funimation gave it one. TV 14. Okay. So, there you have it. I just remade this video just to do a slight update and yeah. Well, maybe my next video could be other parts of my DVD collection. Either it could be others or my Transformers collection or something like that. But other than that, I'm just gonna stop the video here. So, Jacob the Dragon, signing